Morning everyone. Today I want to talk to you about screen annotation software and why you should use it. So it's a Wednesday morning, autumnal, fresh Wednesday morning, and as always on a Wednesday I talk about business systems and outsourcing. So today is an important one when you're working with remote teams, and I use this type of software most days, I'd say. It's not a substitute for video, and I would normally go to video as my go-to way of communicating and illustrating things to people, but it is a really, really useful tool, and there's certain scenarios where it does become extremely useful, and that's screen annotation software. So what do I mean by that? It's the ability to capture the screen on your computer or your phone, and your ability to annotate it, as in edit it or make comments or notes or point arrows to it, whatever, so that you can try and portray your message across to somebody using a screen grab. And it's really, really important, especially I think some of the best ways to illustrate this is when you're working with a graphic designer and they've provided a draft and you want to make some amendments to it. Now, yes, my go-to method would be using video feedback to provide my annotations, but sometimes you just need to annotate the screen and just say, curve this corner or change the font and circle the font you want to change. And it becomes, and you can make notes on it as well, so you can tell them exactly what you need. So it's a really, really useful way. If you're sharing figures or some kind, it's also useful to do it this way rather than sending a video when somebody has to watch the video in its entirety or portions of it to find the part that you're trying to illustrate. A quick screen grab is a really quick way to kind of illustrate what you're trying to explain. If you're working with apps like Slack, and Asana, which is Asana for task management, Slack for instant communications, and integrations with multi-platforms, Slack's really cool because the screen grab will open automatically in the message, so the person can actually look at the screen grab without having to actually open it as a separate file. So again, there's a cool little annotation there. You can, cool little productivity hack you can use there. But don't underestimate, between video recording and screen annotation software, they are probably the two tools I use to communicate with the most in my business. So what screen annotation software do I use? Well, I used to use Jing, an app by TechSmith, but unfortunately that became discontinued, or it wasn't being updated anymore. So as I'm a Mac guy, I'm Apple, very Apple orientated into their kind of ecosystem. So every time they do software updates, some pieces of software can no longer support it, which is a bit of a nightmare. But I used to use Jing, which is a really, really, really cool app. But I found a new one, which I think is almost as good, if not better. Morning. And it's called Cam Scanner. Now, it's not the common cam scanner that people associate with the App Store or whatever. It's a slightly different variation of Cam Scanner. I got it from the Mac store because I use it on desktop. When I annotate on my phone, I use the native Apple hardware, Apple software. Sorry, I wish I used to do that when you screen grab which stores it as a photo, and then you go into the editing options. You can put like boxes and circles and scribble on things, and make notes on things as well. So, if you're using a smart device, if you're Apple, using an iPhone, the kind of native Apple software will allow you to make edits and things accordingly. So on your smart device. So that's number one. But the Mac, there seems to be loads of options. Some are better than others. I like Cam Scanner, which is a Chinese app. Funnily enough, I'm half Chinese, so there's work connection out there. I have no affiliation with it, I might add. But what it does is not just screen annotation. You can capture the screen, you can capture a portion of the screen, but it also brings in the functionality of another app, which is the ability to turn a screen grab into text. So you can capture any text on the screen, and it'll automatically populate that text into a kind of a note document that you can copy and paste elsewhere. So it's really good for grabbing information. Let's be careful because it's not about plagiarism and stealing other people's copy, but it does very much so is really, really useful when you want to grab notes and comments and pull things together, maybe on a mind map of some kind. Interesting enough, my wife is a little bit further ahead up here. Morning. On her weekly walk with her friends, so I'm going to run past her and put her on my vlog, which will absolutely mortify her. So, if you don't see me doing my vlog tomorrow, she's obviously got the hump and buried me in the ground somewhere. So it could go one of two ways. But yeah, anyway, so to summarise while I'm on my way up here, the screen annotation software, the cam scanner app that I use, is super effective because not only can you capture the screen, capture a portion of the screen, make all your annotations on it, notes, arrows, shapes, scribbles, the lot. It automatically, you can send it. It kind of sends as it automatically copies to your clipboard and you just paste it wherever you want to go. Now, there are other ones that do it by link, which are pretty good. CamScan doesn't do it by link, which is possibly a down point, but it is, I like it because it automatically opens in all the platforms we use, so it makes it super user friendly. So that's pretty much all I have to say on this topic. I will continue once I get past my wife, who's just there in the pink. So if the video editor can point ahead of me, you'll see very quickly that one in the pink is my lovely wife, Kira. So let's run past and say hello. Morning! Can I wave? Hi! That went better than I thought it was going to go. My ear's burning. But anyway, so there we go. She's having a nice leisurely walk in the morning. It went down better than I thought. But anyway, so to summarise, screen annotation is a nice addition to video recording. Now, with Loom, the video recording software that I use, you can make annotations on the screen if you pay for the Pro version, which is a really, really cool feature. And also, because you're obviously video recording, the annotations stay on the screen and then they disappear after a few seconds. So you can make valid points via video. So I still do like that version, but sometimes if it's quick and easy, screen annotation is easier to interpret. It saves you the person having to watch a video. So use it when it's suitable to do so. So the cam scanner app, I think I paid for it through the Mac store for about, I think you get a free version, but I think I paid about £4 for it. But it's a one-off cost. Extremely worthwhile using it. So I strongly recommend having a look. If not that, there are loads of other different screen annotation software out there, and there's also loads of kind of text grabbing software that you can use as well. But I think both of them are really important, but I found this app that can kind of do both. With the only downside being that you can't share via link, which is a little bit annoying. But usually with annotation software, the screen grabs are so small, it's not a big deal. So if it was a video, it'd be a big file. So link sharing is vital, which is why Loom is so cool. But with annotations, the screen grabs are normally so small, they normally upload instantly anyway. So shouldn't be too much of an issue there. So that's pretty much it for me today on this topic. Hope you found it useful. If you have any other questions, drop me a comment. I'll respond to every one. If it's a bigger topic, I'll do a separate vlog episode. If it's not for you, just unfriend, unfollow me. No drama, but do check out my Facebook group, Runpreneur, and my YouTube channel, Kevin Britton Runpreneur, where my 120 or so episodes are nicely catalogued by topic. So there might be stuff in there that you can just tap in and out of on an ad hoc basis. So that's it for me today. As always, stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.